everyone, and welcome, welcome, welcome to the United. I'm Carly Callahan, Executive Director, and I am so happy and grateful that you are all here for our third annual meeting. A special welcome to our wonderful Board of Directors, members of our 1926 Club, friends of the United, and donors. Please give yourselves a round of applause for your incredible support. Thank you for being here and for believing in the mission of the United. Now, tonight for me is one of the best nights of the year, really and truly, because it allows our phenomenal team to share with you more about the amazing work that they are doing to make the United what it is. They are the reason for our success, and each of them bring their unique backgrounds, talents, and passions to work every single day, 365 days a year. Now, not only are they a talented bunch, they are tremendous humans and a gift to me and to our community. So I want to thank each of you for being in our audience tonight, because by being here, this awesome group of people can share with you all of the work that they are doing and the impact it has had on our community and what they have in store for you for 26, this building's centennial year. But before we look to the future, please allow us to share some highlights of 25. Now, as the calendar turned to 25 and Westerly families once again embarked on the tradition of soupy making, we carried forward our own tradition, Soupy Fest. What began as a local celebration has become a statewide sensation thanks to generous support for Rhode Island Commerce, which allowed us to welcome our community with a full slate of events to celebrate Soupy season with our Soupy series throughout the early months of the year. Now, Soupy season began in late February with our first ever Soupy Fest Invitational Bocce Tournament right here in this very black box. We built 2 bocce courts and welcomed players from across the region for a spirited kickoff to what we at the United truly believe is the most wonderful time of the year. Now, from there, the season continued with premieres of not 1, but 2 documentaries celebrating Soupy, a United-produced short, as well as appearances from comedian Tammy Piscatelli, the renowned crooner Sal the Voice, and Shin Shin, an exploration of Italian cocktails. We also hosted 5 special screenings of beloved Italian-themed films, and all told, over 2,000 people joined us in celebrating Soupy season, and we are so grateful to Rhode Island Commerce for making that possible to share the joy of this cherished tradition with so many. Now that, of course, all led to Soupy Fest 2, where we gathered to taste Soupy in all its glorious forms, celebrate the families who carry on this cherished tradition, and crown a new champion with a coveted Golden Dangler. Welcome to the second annual Soupy Fest!
Now, this is more than just a spicy cured sausage. Soupy is a symbol, blending old world flavor with local pride, and it's keeping this community's history alive with every bite.
Let's give it up for Westerly. Come on, this is all about Westerly.
For the top of the year for Soupy Fest 3, which as you see is on April 11th, 2026. So please mark your calendars. Moving on, and announced just a few weeks after Soupy Fest was the announcement of Nashville North, which has quickly become one of the most exciting chapters in the, thank you. In our recent history, it really is something special. Nashville North is our effort to build a genuine musical and cultural bridge between Nashville and Southern New England, one that brings the spirit of America's Music City directly to Westerly. Through our collaborations with the Bluebird Cafe, the Country Music Hall of Fame and its Taylor Swift Education Center, and artists who are shaping today's country and Americana music landscape, we're introducing our community to the intimacy and storytelling that define the Nashville tradition. Now, what began as just a single idea of bringing the Bluebird up here to Westerly has grown into a year-round initiative that reaches so far beyond concerts. Nashville North now includes education through words and music songwriting education in our United Music School and after-school arts program, and a slate of performances in a multitude of spaces that will punctuate 26. It's helping position this region as a destination for arts and cultural tourism, while deepening our own identity as a place where world-class talent and next-generation artists can meet. Tonight's Sizzle offers a look back at how this all began and a glimpse of where it's headed.
At the United, we believe that the arts have the power to connect us to each other, to our history, and to new possibilities. Today, we are taking that belief and that mission one step further with the announcement of Nashville North. Thank you.
Yeah, we're excited to bring folk, Americana like we always have, but we're excited to add a little bit of country now with this new Nashville connection as well.
Being here at the United Theater and having us connected with Nashville and the Bluebird Cafe is very, it's inspired. And so I give a lot of credit to the team here in Westerly.
Thank you. Now, 2025 also marked the year that the United was illuminated by the bright lights of Broadway. Our partnership with Broadway producers and our ongoing collaboration with Seaview, a Tony Award-winning production company, opened the door to something truly special, a visit from Broadway icon Kristen Chenoweth, the original Glenda from Wicked, who brought her brilliance, warmth, and generosity to our community. Now, Kristen came up from New York to pay a visit to our United Music School musical theater masterclass and spent time sharing her story with our students and listening to some of them perform the very songs that propelled her to stardom. It was a moment that they'll never forget, and we were decidedly all changed for good. Pretty awesome, and much more to come on that in 26, so do stay tuned. Now, Halloween was just a few weeks ago, hard to believe, and we celebrated Halloween at the United once again, and it's really become a true highlight of our fall season with our Trunk or Treat event. Thanks to the generosity of our anonymous donor, we once again distributed 1 ton, and I mean that, 1 ton, of candy to our local businesses and organizations, brought back the fantastic Spooktacular Halloween movie drop-in and crafting station sponsored by Navigant, and welcomed giant puppets to Canal and High Streets. Here is a glimpse of all of the fun and maybe a few frights. even 2 weeks ago, on November 8th, we debuted Bluebird at the United, which was nothing short of extraordinary. The house was full, the energy was electric, and the audience was captivated by the artistry and storytelling that define the Bluebird experience. It was truly a landmark moment for our organization, the beginning of a collaboration that not only elevates the United's profile, but helps position our region as a true cultural and musical exchange with Nashville. As one of our board colleagues so beautifully said, Nashville came to us last night and it was met with the most beautiful embrace. Here's a glimpse into the evening with more to come throughout 26.
Times and places are all in who you share them with. And the weeks and the weekends are keeping close who you spend them with. And in time, what you find is the time is who you spend it with. Joy is who you share it with. Who you share it with.
Each of these programs, events, and partnerships, from Soupy Fest to Nashville North, is a meaningful landmark on our shared map. But a map only matters if it points somewhere. So as we approach the centennial of this historic theater, we're using this moment to chart a course for the future, to ensure that the United continues to thrive, not just today, but for the next 100 years. This year, with our board and our consultant Eric Gershman, we've been developing a strategic plan for 2026 to 28, which will serve as a roadmap for the United's future. This plan builds on the extraordinary foundation we've created together and focuses on 3 key areas: vision and purpose, defining who we are and aligning every level of the organization around it; marketing and audience development, reaching new audiences across Southern New England; and financial sustainability, building the systems and the funding to ensure long-term stability. Now, the timing couldn't be more fitting. As we step into our centennial year, this plan positions the United not only to celebrate the past, but to invest confidently in the future. Our strategic plan will be presented to our board in December, and we can't wait to share it with all of you. Because for us, sustainability isn't just about endurance over time. It's about possibility in the years and the decades ahead. It's about ensuring that this beautiful building and the creative spirit within it remain a source of inspiration for generations to come. That commitment to sustainability is at the heart of our new legacy initiative, the 26 Fund. Named for the year our theater first opened its doors, the 26 Fund honors our past while building for the next 100 years. The 26 Fund is designed to strengthen our reserves and ensure that the United's mission is sustained, not just through annual fundraising, but through legacy gifts that provide lasting impact and stability. We are thrilled to share that the 26 Fund has been launched with a major leadership gift from Brett and Sarah Weiner, whose generosity and belief in this organization sets the tone for our next century of growth. Please join in thanking Brett and Sarah for their vision and partnership with a round of applause. Thank you. So this year has been one of extraordinary growth, and once again, it's thanks to the efforts of an exceptional team. Tonight, you're going to hear from some of them, beginning with our artistic director, Tony Nunes. Tony's vision and leadership have brought a remarkable array of programming to life, and it's a privilege to work alongside him. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Tony Nunes.
So as Carly said, 2025 has been a great year for programming. I'm going to show a few more highlights from 2025, and I also have a few exciting announcements about what's to come in 2026 that you'll all be the first to hear in this room. So I hope you sign those NDAs on your way in. All right, let's start with 2025. We proudly show a curated mix of art house, classic, and repertory films here at the United, along with big budget blockbusters like the upcoming sequel to Wicked, which is coming out later this week. There's always something for everyone, including our many ongoing film series and the ever popular United Rewind series, which shows the best classic films on the big screen every Monday at noon and 7 p.m. Those screenings are free for anyone 65 or older. This year alone, we have screened 245 unique movie titles. That's 55 more titles than we showed in 2024. We show movies here 365 days a year with 6 to 10 screenings every day, which means we held just over 3,000 individual film screenings in 2025. In this room, our black box, we hosted 97 events in 2025. Including live music, ballet, culinary events, opera, comedy, book talks, special lectures, film screenings, and more. That represents a third more events in this room than in 2024 and marks a 75% increase in black box programming since 2023. Additionally, we held 202 events in our ever-evolving gallery event space, with visual artists, musicians, nonprofit partners, and community members. These include intimate listening room concerts, roots music nights, stand-up and improv comedy shows, talks, food events, book signings, monthly literacy salons, gallery openings, rentals, and more. The gallery has become a beautiful shared space that is truly symbolic of our mission to unite the community through the arts. Among the 92 events that we held in our Black Box in 2025, we welcomed numerous sold-out crowds for world-class concerts of all genres. Highlights include the kickoff of Sharon Van Etten's tour in 2025 in January, Soupy Fest 2 in spring, very special screening and lecture events including the Bluebird documentary and National Geographic's Jaws at 50 celebration with Wendy Benchley, and the launch of our Nashville North initiative with shows like Rodney Crowell with the Secret Sisters, Sierra Hull with John Craigie, and the first of our Nashville songwriters shows with the Bluebird Cafe just a couple of weeks ago. A really special and fun show was our sold-out concert with Dawes in August, where we welcomed 700 people into this room. And a really fun moment was in the middle of the event, they all sang along to the song, When My Time Comes. Lots more of that energy in 2026. And that brings me to 2026. So I'm going to give you some dates save the dates for some of the big events we have coming up, some returning classics, and some new initiatives as well. If you missed our first show with Bluebird Cafe a couple of weeks ago, you don't want to miss the next. These are quarterly events. The next 4 events are March 14th, June 6th, September 12th, and November 7th. The first event in March will go on sale in January, so stay tuned for that. Also on sale in January, you don't want to miss Soupy Fest 3, which this year will include a weekend-long bocce tournament for the community in this room. We built big indoor bocce courts in here, so we're bringing that back again. But this time we're inviting a lot more community members to take part. It's a lot of fun. The weekend of October 2nd through the 4th, we're hosting our first ever United Lit Fest, a celebration of reading featuring a weekend of author talks, signings, and special events celebrating literacy. And from June 25th through the 28th, we will host our first ever Nashville North Weekend. 4 days of shows from legendary and emerging country and Americana artists right here in our Black Box. This is going to be a huge weekend of live music scheduled to coincide with the influx of people in the area for the World Cup in Boston in June. More details to come. In a similar vein, we have another new and exciting partnership building for 2026 as part of our Nashville North initiative. The Americana Music Association will be working with us to curate some of the best Americana artists on our stages in 2026. The mission of the Americana Music Association is to advocate for the authentic voice of American roots music around the world, and we're excited to add them to our list of Nashville North partners alongside the Bluebird Cafe and the Country Music Hall of Fame and Taylor Swift Education Center. And finally, some news about the Nick. Beginning in 2026, the United will assume stewardship of programming for the iconic 91-year-old venue, transforming the space into a creative center for music education, performance, and artist incubation that honors the Nick's storied history while embracing a bold vision for its future. The United and the Nick have been close collaborators now for more than 7 years. That partnership has expanded significantly since 2020, when the United Music School began offering private lessons, classes, ensemble rehearsals, summer camps, master classes, and Youth on the Mic events at the Nick, providing thousands of young musicians opportunities to grow on a stage steeped in local legacy. Under the United's leadership, the Nick will offer curated local and regional live performances multiple times each month. Monthly dance nights, teen music nights, youth and community open mics, United Music School lessons and ensemble performances, community rentals, and a new artist residency program for established and emerging musicians, many brought up from Nashville as part of our Nashville North initiative. Additional programs with new partners in recording, audio production, and musician development will be announced later in 2026. The Nick is more than a venue. It's a cornerstone of our cultural campus and an essential piece of Rhode Island's music story. This next chapter ensures that its history continues to be written for many years to come by the emerging artists who will define the future of music in our region. All of this to say, 2026 is going to be an amazing year. Thank you. And now I would like to introduce to the stage the director of the United Music School, Tom Foley.
That is exciting news about the Nick right there. I am Tom. Oh, also, I just wanted to add, Tony gave you a bunch of save the dates. I am having a bagpipe recital in the park on March 17th from 2 to 2:05 p.m. So put that on your calendar just for you. All right. Okay, here we go. I'm Tom Foley. I'm the United Music School director. I've worked for the United since our first Youth on the Mic event, which was November of 2019. That's an open mic night open for anyone from 6th to 12th grade to get up on stage at the Knickerbocker and show their stuff. It's been an incredible series, and it's hard to believe it's in year number 6. So anyway, the school, we opened in the summer of 2021. If you'll remember, we had 116 kids. And we had 10 faculty members. So we started at 116 and 10. This year, our 28 faculty members gave 20 lessons in 24 instruments and taught about 400 students per week. That's north of 14,000 one-to-one lessons for 2025. Yeah. I taught 13,990 some odd. We ran a whole multitude of camps, classes, and ensembles. and we provided 22 unique performance opportunities in professional venues. Students here grow at their own pace. We meet them where they are, and we guide them in achieving their individual goals. If your goal is to go to one of these schools, then you've come to the right place. We have alumni that are studying performance and education in all of these great schools: Berkeley, Ithaca, UMass, Eastman, and Rick. That said, our goal is not only to guide the musicians of tomorrow, but more importantly, to produce happy, confident human beings and community members. Thanks very much. We promised this kid if he performed well, we were going to get him a puppy, and see how that worked out. We instill all of our students with the following values: consistency, self-motivation, work ethic, empathy, and respect. We encourage and facilitate student-led programs, and we teach the skills needed to be a leader in any profession. By giving students a stake in their programming, they learn planning, budgeting, problem solving, navigating group dynamics, and logistics. And this way, we're teaching real-world life skills through the vehicle of music education to help our kids shine in whatever they do when they leave us. Letting that ethos guide us, we've seen a burgeoning of confidence and a renaissance of live music in the Ocean community. We have no less than 10 teenage bands that perform regularly at our Youth on the Mic series. These programs for young artistic expression continue to be recognized as pivotal in youth mental health by the South County Coalition for Children and the URI Counseling Center. The NIC, the United, and the Music School have all been hailed as safe havens in the storm of teenage life. So where are we headed in 2026? Well, we want to continue the cycle of continuous inspiration for the music and the musicians of tomorrow. What we built at the United, I always say, is much more than just a community music school. It is a music school community. The students here cheer for one another. They encourage one another, and we watch in real time as friendships are forged and bands are formed. We are the United Music School, enriching lives through music. Thank you so much. And now let me introduce to you our artist in residence and champion bocce player, John Tedeschi, everybody.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks, Lee. My name is John Tedeschi. I'm an artist and educator here in Westerly. I teach drawing and painting at Westerly High School, and I'm the Fine Arts Department Chair for the district, overseeing art, music, theater, and dance. And I've recently joined the United as the artist in residence within the last maybe 6 months. I don't want to put a time on it. But since I've been the artist in residence, I also am the coordinator for the after-school arts program, and we're in the final week of our first fall 8-week session. We'll have an 8-week session in the spring, and on Mondays, students are exposed to a variety of the arts. So on Mondays we have rhythm and strings. On Tuesdays, I teach the visual arts. On Wednesdays, we do words and music in collaboration with the Country Music Hall of Fame. And tomorrow, we're inviting the parents for the culmination experience, where they'll come to the main cinema and main theater, and the students wrote songs throughout the course of the 8 weeks, and their words were sent down to Nashville, and the professional musicians wrote music to the students' words, and tomorrow, through the collaboration with Ryan Piccolo, we're going to zoom in with the Country Music Hall of Fame, and their songs are going to be sung to the students tomorrow. So that's exciting. If any of you would like to join, we'll be in the main theater from 3:30 to 4:30. On Thursdays, we have the pleasure of Tony teaching film to the students. So they play director, actor, cinematographer, and they made some short films throughout their own vision. And on Fridays, we partnered with the Yellow House Education Center, and they make and eat their creations every single week. So they kind of look forward to that. As far as the artists in residence is concerned, I have the opportunity to paint in the 1926 Club. I'm also a liaison with the school district, so we also have a senior show, an annual senior show in April, where our seniors get to exhibit their work here. And I've had the privilege of being able to exhibit in the gallery back in September. And I think my biggest excitement of being part of the United Theater is working with the team here. I honestly have to say they're the most positive, innovative individuals that, like, if they think of something in the air, like within a day or two, they're making it happen. It's really incredible and remarkable to be part of. I've also been coined Johnny Bocci through my first role as an actor, here at the United Theater. Bottom right is me 28 years ago. We had a studio where the 1926 Club is currently. So that's me in the studio space. My wife's a photographer. Her photographs are on the wall. Here's some students in action. I love the intensity of this young boy, just drawing away, and his imagination is going crazy. We do a drawn together quarterly with you get to draw each other and then do the expose at the end of the night. That's kind of a lot of fun. And then this coming winter, we'll be doing some adult classes for maybe watercolor, and then open studio for artists to come and work together, collaborate, and share ideas. I'm in charge of this. I didn't realize. I'm hitting the next slide. And we just, that's Johnny Bocci over there. And then we did, there is a mural out in the back entrance to the parking lot that the students designed and painted. I did make the mistake of taking 15 fifth graders out on a very cold, windy day trying to all paint. And I should have pre-mixed the paint ahead of time, but I said I wanted to get the experience of mixing the paints and mixing all the colors. So as we're mixing the paints, the cups are flying off the table. But we got it done, and in the last slide, Carly got up there and she was helping, and it was a great day. But we got it finished. The United Theater is a cultural hub of the region and a true gem to this community, and I'm honored to be part of it. I'd like to, one more slide. I'd like to introduce Lee Metzger, the brand and content manager, and Tim Cotter, the media relations manager as well. I was at school when they did the run-through.
Give it up for Johnny Bocci, huh? What a legend. Give it up for everybody you saw already. Hi, guys. My name is Lee Metzger. I'm the brand and content manager. So last year we went over solidifying the brand, expanding our reach, and empowering our community. Today I'd like to dive in on Google Analytics, and show you what we've done this year. One of our biggest focuses this year was getting a clearer, more honest picture of who our digital audience actually is, how big that audience can realistically be, and how they behave when we advertise events. We needed better data to guide expectations, budgets, and future strategy, and that's exactly what this work delivered. We conducted multi-month Google Ads performance reviews and several individual monthly deep dives. These analyses highlighted what was working, like high-intent search and retargeting, and pinpointed where spend wasn't converting. A major outcome was diagnosing a core organizational question. Is our potential purchasing audience smaller than we assumed, or are our conversion expectations too high? What the report showed is that the available audience is real, but their behavior is highly event dependent. Big name events attract broad search interest and convert efficiently. Niche or emerging artists draw more impressions, but far lower purchase behavior. This helped us reset expectations, refine messaging, and prioritize where our digital dollars make the most impact. From these insights, we developed new ways to expand our audience without expanding our geography, which is key because our realistic travel radius is limited to about an hour, less if you're from Rhode Island. The data highlighted ways we can grow laterally instead of outward by targeting interest-based audiences tied to our strongest genres, focusing on Amtrak-adjacent towns between Boston and New York, creating keyword campaigns to show up on searches for like organizations, like other theaters, cinemas, and performance centers. We also looked into this map, a sales by zip code heat map, which gives us geographic view of who actually buys tickets across Rhode Island, Connecticut, and Massachusetts, and even New York and New Jersey. This tool reveals which areas consistently convert, which areas click but never purchase, where untapped pockets of likely buyers may exist, and where targeted creative partnerships could meaningfully boost sales. Together, the Google Ads analyses, the zip heat map, along with analytics from Meta and social media platforms, create the strongest data foundation we've had to date. They help us make decisions based on who actually buys tickets, not who we hope might buy tickets. Looking ahead, this work will guide how we allocate budget, refine targeting, shape creative, and calibrate performance expectations. It's all about making our marketing smarter, more efficient, and more aligned with real audience behavior. Please put your hands together for Tim Cotter, please.
Okay. As Lee said, I'm Tim. Good job.
Hi, Tim.
Good job. I would second John's thought. I've spent my career around creative, inspiring people, and the crew at the United is that many-fold. I've been with the United for 3 years. I deal with the media, pitch them stories about the United, send them press releases, and sell ads, pre-roll ads for our movies, and buy ads in local media. In the early days, much of our marketing and advertising efforts was spent telling people that we existed. Lots of folks didn't know about the United, and if they did, they thought we only showed old movies. So we established relationships and partnerships with the local media and increased our advertising many-fold. We upped our email game. This year we added radio, a billboard that you might have seen, and a banner over High Street that I'm sure you saw. And as Lee talked about, built a much more robust digital campaign. We're waving our hands in the air, screaming, "Look at me." Plenty of people have. There's still work to be done, many more people to engage, but we've come a long way.
I recently got a call from a reporter who was doing a story about South County nightlife and wanted to feature Westerly and the United. Imagine that, Westerly nightlife. This little theater in Westerly held a press conference, and reporters from across the state and Boston came to learn about Nashville North, as did the governor and other state and tourism officials. Yankee Magazine included the United as an editor's pick in its annual travel guide. Yankee has a paid circulation of 330,000. Coastal Living Magazine recently called and wants to talk to us on a story on how great a place Westerly is to live. Because of my past career, I have a lot of old and new relationships in the media, but I would like to take 1 minute to particularly thank Nancy Burns Fisaro from the Westerly Sun. She not only cares about the United, she cares about all of the arts and entertainment that's happening in our region. And without the Sun and without Nancy, it would be a much more difficult job to get people in these seats. Here's some of what the media has said about us this year. Thank you. That's my favorite headline in the day. Nashville, now Westerly. When I saw that, I was very happy. And that was our first ever cover in the day's Night and Day. The United had never, ever been on the cover before, and that was also a great little moment. But here's somewhat of the media has said about us in Westerly. In a story in the Providence Journal about Rhode Island's booming dining scene in 2025, Westerly has some buzz of its own, as the town has become home to new food and drink events, including Soupy Fest. That story went on to also praise some of our excellent local restaurants here downtown. In a story in Hey Roadie magazine, headlined A Slice of Music City. In recent years, the United has made efforts to book more country and Americana artists, so it's no surprise that the theater is taking on the Nashville North initiative. It's established itself as a destination for Americana music, a genre that blends country rock, folk, and blues. In an interview with artist John Craigie in the South County Independent, he said, "Westerly is a beautiful town, and there was a great crowd that night for his concert. I always tell my booking agents to keep me coming back to Westerly. Westerly is older, it has a history, it's a beautiful state, and I love that town." This year also scored a hat trick in the Sun's Community Choice Awards. For the third year in a row, we were first place in live music venue and live theater. For the first year ever, we were first place for Soupy Fest, beating out iconic local festivals that have been around for decades. But as I said, there's work to be done. As Lee pointed out, we've started to analyze where our customers are coming from. Next year, we will replace what has been largely a scattershot approach to advertising to a more targeted one. The good news is that people know we're here, and they know we show more than old movies. Thank you. I'd like to introduce Molly Carrini, the community director.
Thank you all for coming. It's been another exciting year for the 1926 Club, and I'm happy to share what we've accomplished together. The 1926 Club is more than a membership program. It's a community of people who believe in what the United stands for. bringing people together through the arts. Your membership supports our mission and deepens your connection to the creative work happening here. Through special events, early access, and behind-the-scenes moments, members help keep the arts welcoming and accessible for everyone. This year, the club grew by 34%, bringing us to over 800 members. It's a milestone that reflects your enthusiasm and belief in what we're building. Our renewal rate is strong and right in line with similar arts organizations, showing that members continue to find real value in being part of the United family. The greatest growth came from the friend level, followed by a president circle, showing both accessibility and strength at the top tiers. Membership dollars play a vital role in keeping the United's mission alive. They directly support our performances, films, and educational programs, helping us attract new audiences and offer meaningful experiences that wouldn't otherwise be possible. Every membership truly helps the arts thrive in Westerly. And we made sure to have some fun along the way. We kicked off the year with a relaxing sound bath in the gallery, followed by Valentine's bubbly and caricature cards from moviegoers. In the summer, members stopped by for popsicles at my window, a simple but joyful way to connect. We enjoyed tours of Wilcox Park and bricks and murals, a lively night out at the Colonial Theater for Groucho, and introduced the pedal pusher art vending machine filled with United-themed mini masterpieces, free for members. Most recently, we hosted 2 private tours of the new Westerly Museum of American Impressionism, where Director Catherine Shattuck personally welcomed our members. We also launched a new partnership with the Country Music Hall of Fame and Museum, giving members free admission in Nashville, a benefit several have already enjoyed. We kicked off an We See You campaign where we ticketed cars proudly sporting their 1926 Club magnets. Members could bring their tickets to the United and exchange them for a really cool and exclusive 1926 Club hat. Here are some members proudly represented. The 1926 Club Lounge has become a favorite gathering spot before shows for our Chairman's Council, President's Circle, and Carte Blanche members. The lounge turned into a trattoria with the support of Wendy's during our Sushi Fest, where we featured pictures of members, Italian nanos and nanas. The lounge hosted our artist in residence, John Tedeschi, painting members' portraits. Looking ahead, we'll focus on growing membership and increasing renewals by strengthening relationships and creating more meaningful experiences and new partnerships. We'll re-engage past members through personal outreach and introduce an ambassador program where members can invite friends to join. As we move toward our 100th anniversary in 2026, we'll build on this momentum. Membership will play a key role in our centennial celebration, helping sustain the United for the next century of creativity and connection. We'll also share more member stories and highlight the impact of your support, because when people see the difference they make, they stay connected. Lastly, I want to thank our Friends of the United volunteers. They've been incredible this year, ushering, helping in the office, posting flyers, assisting with trunk or treat, and stepping up whenever needed. Their dedication makes everything we do possible. The 1926 Club continues to grow, evolve, and bring people together. Thank you for being an important part of that story and for helping the United stay true to its mission, uniting the community through the arts. And now I'd like to introduce Michael Chikoria, our grant writer.
Good evening, everyone. This past year has been one of continued growth and refinement for United Philanthropy. We've made major strides not only in securing new funding, but in strengthening the systems that support our long-term sustainability. For grants we have already heard back on, United achieved a 40% grant approval rate this year. That is well For reference, the national benchmark is 10 to 25%. We continue to perform strongly with regional funders and community partners, showing the deep trust we've built locally. At the same time, we've expanded our national reach, connecting with funders whose mission aligns with ours, and building relationships that recognize the strength of our programs. Internally, we've focused on making our systems more efficient and transparent, coordinating program and financial data more effectively, capturing stories, photos, and testimonials in a consistent way, as you've seen tonight, implementing a new metric form that auto-populates into a visual dashboard, and developing impact report systems that clearly communicate our outcomes and community reach. Together, these improvements help us make smarter and more strategic decisions, and tell our story with the clarity and confidence our impact deserves. And importantly, our success with funders is directly tied to how clearly we can demonstrate that impact. The stronger our data and storytelling, the more confidently partners invest in United and in the community we serve. All of us in this room today, those seated, those presenting, we are all here for the same reason. We believe in the mission of the United. We believe in its power to bring people together, to inspire creativity, and to strengthen our community. What makes United truly strong is the community that surrounds it. So please continue to be part of this amazing community and bring in others as well. The more voices, the more stories, the more connections we build, the stronger our impact becomes. Thank you. And please give a warm welcome to Finance Director Vicki Loam.
Hello, good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us for our annual meeting. As Finance Director, it's wonderful to be here together and to share our journey toward financial sustainability. As we look back on a year of remarkable growth, renewed momentum, and continued commitment to our mission, uniting the community through the arts. Tonight, I want to share but a brief but meaningful overview of where we've been, where we are, and where we're headed. Over the past 5 years, we've seen a transformative shift in both the scale and the strength of our organization. Let's start with the big picture. In 2021, we reopened during the pandemic, and our total revenue stood just over $1.1 million. 82% of it contributed. Fast forward to 2025, our total revenue has nearly doubled to $2.2 million, an 89% increase. Growth like that doesn't happen by accident. It reflects thoughtful planning, strong community engagement, and a team who believes deeply in our work. One of the most notable changes has been the evolution of our revenue mix. Historically, our organization relied heavily on contributed revenue, the orange line, which consist of donations, grants, and philanthropic support. That support remains strong, steady, and growing. It's the heartbeat of community support. What's truly remarkable is the surge in our earned revenue, the blue bars, which has more than quintupled since 2021. This means we are becoming a far more self-sustaining institution with programs and services that are not only mission-driven, but financially resilient. Let me highlight a few key drivers behind that growth. First, live performances, our top purple line, have emerged as one of our strongest program areas. Since 2021, revenue in this category has grown more than 7-fold. This tells us something powerful. Our community values cultural experiences, and they show up for them. Whether it's concerts, theater, or special events, live programming has become a cornerstone of our earned revenue. Second, our membership program has soared rapidly. Membership revenue, that green line, has grown more than tenfold since its launch in 23. This reflects not just financial support, but it's evidence of loyal and committed members who come back again and again, who believe in what we do and want to be a part of our long-term future. Third, advertising and sponsorships. Our bottom orange line saw a substantial jump in 2025. This indicates increasing credibility with local businesses and partners in our region who recognize the value of aligning with our mission, our audiences, and our growing visibility. Our earned revenue breakdown chart tells the full story, a layered, vibrant ecosystem where live performances and sponsorships now dominate, with concessions, films, and rentals filling every gap. This isn't just diversification, it's resilience. We are no longer dependent on a single source. We're anti-fragile. But the numbers alone don't tell the whole story. What matters most is what this growth allows us to do. It allows us to bring more people together. It allows us to expand access to the arts, education, and community programming. It allows us to invest in our staff, in our facilities, and in the experiences we create. And it allows us to build a future that is vibrant, sustainable, and deeply connected to the community we serve. In closing, I want to express on behalf of the United staff our gratitude to our board, our members, our donors, our sponsors, and every person who attends our programs or supports our mission. This growth is not just an organizational accomplishment, it's a collective one. It reflects the belief that what we do matters and that together we continue building something extraordinary. Thank you for your support. Thank you for being here tonight as we look ahead to an even brighter year to come. It is now my pleasure to introduce you to our co-chair of the board, Chuck Rice.
Wow. What an extraordinary presentation. We've been, as a board, we've been involved probably 5 or 6 years before we opened, where we experimented with the black box in many different ways. Then we opened. It has now achieved more than even my sort of wildest imagination has. It has achieved it, and I just couldn't be more proud of our board that helped put this together and our extraordinary staff led by the folks that have spoken, and I'm very proud of each and every one of their accomplishments. It just makes me so proud to be standing here. Thank you very much. A quick mention about our board. We've had this board in place a long time. They have been extraordinary. Dennis, Fred Alders, Patricia Chadwick, Colleen Clark, Maureen Fitzgerald, Jerry Orman, Carolyn Greenspan, Claudia Kelly, and Kevin Kelly, and King, Deborah Lamb, Peter Lewis, Tom McGorry, Camilla Lucy, Michael McDonald, Nicholas Moore, Robert Murray, Barry Oaken, Heidi Carlson, Lynn Randall, myself, Donna Simmons, William Vogt, and Cole Wilson. And then a mention I might make, we've had the privilege of several of our board members moving on to emeritus status. Lisa Konecny, David Bouchon, Heidi McWilliams. We're honoring their participation in the board, and they have moved on to a new category of Board of Director Emeritus. And I think that's it.
Thank you, Chuck, and may I echo my thanks for this incredibly terrific board who has been with us every step of the way, is willing to dig in, get really granular, but also engage in some really, really big thinking. So please give them one more round of applause. Terrific group of folks. If you're a board member, please stand up so we can recognize you. I'd also like to take a moment to acknowledge our team that hasn't spoken tonight. It's such a fantastic group, so please stand when I call your name. Katie Stevenson, Accounting Assistant. Jason Lucas, Technical Director. Kimberly Garcia, Office Manager. Amy Cusano, Front of House Manager. Marie Latano, Associate Front of House Manager. Remy Besson, Technical Associate. Nancy Urbanis, United Music School Coordinator. Ryan Piccolo, Program Director of the United Music School. And our amazing Front of House team, Savannah Pollock, Sarah Brown, Dylan White, Olivia Norton, Ava Loria, Hadley Moons, Lydia Moons, Megan McDonald, Katie Agnew, Ace Muccio, Sophia May, Jaden Tag, and Rachel Gomez. I am so lucky to be working alongside these terrific people. It makes me every day just want to go and reach and strive and all the things, but couldn't do it without all of you, so thank you. I also want to give a shout out to the wonderful Parsons Kellogg. You may have noticed tonight that we are an array of United inspired merchandise. Parsons Kellogg and Tom and Leslie are such fantastic supporters of the United. They have merch for every occasion, and we're so grateful to them and so proud to represent them. So as we look to the year ahead, we are so energized by the opportunities to deepen our impact by once again expanding our programming and educational offerings to reach even more people in 26. This growth is fueled by the belief that the arts transform lives and communities, and that belief is shared by the voices in our community, notably our team, many of whom you've heard from tonight. I have so many early memories of Westerly. I remember pulling up to the United and looking around and having this incredible moment and saying, this is not at all what I remember.
So do you want me sitting? As a kid who loved movies, I always thought it would be amazing to get involved and open this place up again as a movie theater someday.
I actually have a little backstory where my wife and I rented the storefront, which is currently the 1926 Club. I taught art classes in the gallery, and then we had a darkroom in the basement where my wife taught photography classes.
The United Theater originally opened in 1926 as a vaudeville theater doing live performances, some movies, and very quickly became a full-time movie theater here in Westerly, the full-time movie theater here in Westerly, showing some of the biggest movies until it closed in 1986.
The United is a local resource with national resonance.
In any given week, there's kids learning a new instrument.
So we have, I think it's 14 instruments, might be 15. So let me see if I can get them all. Piano, guitar, voice, drums. Those are our big four.
The after-school arts program here at the United Theater,
Bagpipes,
gives middle school students the opportunity to explore
tuba,
a variety of art-making forms.
Any more? I was so close.
And then we have this great partnership now with Nashville, our program called Nashville North, where we're partnering with musicians, songwriters, really well-known organizations like the Bluebird Cafe down in Nashville to bring some of that great songwriting talent up here to New England.
When I returned back to the United, it was vastly more than anything I could have imagined, but at its core, it still felt like home.
It's really nice because I'm kind of back home as an artist in residence here at the United Theater in the same exact location that we had our gallery 20 plus years ago.
Another bright light in the community is called Youth on the Mic. What started as 6 performers has erupted into a powerhouse open mic with over 100 people every night we run it. And if you ever need inspiration, come to a Youth on the Mic and see the magic that's happening there.
Our stages and our screens don't just present. They spark conversations that become connections and ultimately belonging.
That's exactly what we wanted to create with the 1926 Club. And if you've ever found yourself lingering after a show because the conversation is just too good, you're already one of us, and you might as well just join the club.
That's perfect. That was good. And it's Margaret. Letting on. Yes.
You guys are
Trumpet, baritone, horn, tuba.
I want to recognize the wonderful Caleb Sylvia, our in-house videographer, who, along with me, are responsible for that awesome video and others that you've seen tonight. You know, we do so much here, 365 days a year, and we're really grateful for people like Caleb to be able to distill it and capture it so that we can share it with all of you. So we look forward to continuing to build that library of our assets. So on behalf of the entire team, our board, and every artist, student, and audience member who brought this place to life, thank you. Your belief in our mission keeps the lights on, keeps the music playing, and keeps the stories unfolding. Here's to the century behind us and the century ahead, and here's to another year of growth, creativity, and shared success. Thank you.